Alright, part 2 of this AI-only campaign. When I last left off, we had some interesting things happening, such as the Scipii landing here at Thapsus. We also see wars basically happening where Armenia is trying to take Themyscira, the Scythians are moving on the Armenians down here, Egypt and the Seleucids are clashing right here, Spain is moving on Carthage, perhaps. And the Romans are being the Romans. Don't know why. They just are. So, we'll see how this basically goes. At this point, by the way, I'm going to start, cutting out, the transition between turns, so you'll basically get updates basically after, the turn basically ends, so bear with me while I basically, go to the next turn. And by the way, we're actually on turn 27 at this point, so this is basically 27 turns in, as in quite a bit of action. Alright, well, there's been a few more sieges basically being laid. We got some Spanish armies basically moving on Osca over here. The Scipii, of course, have gone after Thapsus, so they basically landed troops and are starting to attack them right now. The Gauls have decided to attack Segesta over here, while the Julii basically have an army next to Pavium. There's basically an army here still attacking Salona. And Scythians decide they're going to still attack the Bosphorus over here if they can get the chance to, because why not? Down here, we basically still see Pontus holding onto their cities. But the Scythians are attacking Armenia over here. And the Seleucids basically managed to, apparently knock off the Egyptians from Damascus, but I think they just wandered off just because, there's all these armies up here to want to maybe deal with, is the idea. So, basically all around, there's lots and lots of, sieges being laid. It'll be interesting to see, any, territory gets, exchanged hands, so to speak, at this point. I'm actually kind of, perplexed as to why there's, so little battles basically happening. If you remember recently in my campaign, the Britons basically, just plowed through Germania right away. And we basically had, well, we didn't have the Brutii basically, going over here and knock out these guys, but we did have Thrace basically knocking out Dacia. So, just lots of stuff happening differently in this, game, and it really shows, sometimes different results can basically happen. Anyhow, we'll go on to, the next turn and see how it goes. Alright, well, I thought I should probably actually note this, but, the battle for Themyscira begins again. The force seems evenly matched, but, we'll see if my, chairs can really, hold out here. And, yeah, they hold out. Themyscira is such a hard, battle basically to, undertake for, Germania, so it's just not something I can, easily just pull off, so whatever. Alright, so over here we basically still have stuff happening. Gaul's still going after Segesta, and Salona. They didn't attack Pavium, the Julii, so not really sure what they're basically up to, but whatever. We still have this siege down here, and apparently Numidians have actually gone after Carthage, so we now have Numidia basically going after Carthage, and Gauls declared ourselves allies of the Greeks, so that's happening now apparently. We got Stoic philosophy happening apparently. It's funny how Julii has an army basically over here, just on Palma, because they sort of left him there and never took him off. They might still take him away elsewhere, but they've got to basically do so. Alright, so they basically failed in their battle up there in Themyscira, and you saw that basically. And it looks like over here the Scythians basically stopped attacking the Armenians, so were they knocked away or were they basically fought off perhaps, I don't know. Actually, diplomats sitting here next to our Taxorata. And over here by Gates. Oh, these are merchants, right. So, they're gonna be merchants too, right? So, that's a thing. Alright, so basically sieges on like all of Carthage cities, they might be wiped out very soon. They actually might be wiped out before the Thrace, and I thought the Thrace would be first to go. Note that Thrace over here, apparently Macedon decided to stop attacking them, so maybe they'll attack them again, who knows. Really, it's the AI, right? They're just gonna do whatever they do. And I think that's basically about it. Just basically like, you know, them attacking there, then here, the Scythians, they're going after like the Bosphorus again. I think we already pointed that out there, so not a big change basically so far. No like, you know, territorial exchanging hands, so to speak. Alright, so it's the start of the next turn, and there was actually some territorial exchange finally. But before we get to that, I'll note that the Plague of Macedon basically happened, so we'll see how this basically spreads out from here and, like, you know, where it basically goes. Also, the hand pump's been invented. Alright, so these guys declared a ceasefire. The Carthage and Brutii, the Scipii and the Greek cities. Not that it really matters, they're just gonna, you know, break it anyways because they're the Romans and that's just how it goes. Now, note that over here, basically, the, like, you know, Gaulish army basically has been, like, you know, forward, I guess. I'm pretty sure a lot smaller than once were, so they're just down here now. The Brutii are also attacking Paphium over here, so they're going to try it again, I guess. The Scipii did actually make landfall and actually, like, take the city over here, so they have Thapsus now for themselves. Carthage apparently has decided to drive off the Numidians over here, because, you know, they're going to keep their capital basically nice and safe, I guess. And, you know, they're still under a siege right here, and, like, you know, other stuff. So, still under siege. And I guess because, like, this basically has the plague, that's why it's, like, you know, popping up something is happening here, but whatever. Alright, so, Egypt's actually gone after Antioch over here, so that's basically happening in this, like, front. Also note by the way as well that, like, you know, Armenia decided they were gonna, like, you know, go after Themyscira yet again. They are slowly weakening off, like, these guys, right? So, they might take it if they're lucky. We'll see how it basically goes for them. So, one territory basically got exchanged. We'll see if any more gets, like, you know, exchange hands. How many more turns does this guy basically got from me over here? So, 2 more turns. Now, if I basically don't fight, I think these guys will automatically come out to attack, but, you know, not entirely sure about that. Whatever. Alright, well, this is unexpected. Crete has come under attack from the Greeks. So, they might be taking, like, you know, this city right here. Yeah, clear defeat. So, the Greeks took, like, Kydonia. And apparently I'm just going after my, like, navies here. Nothing being expected about that. Oh, look at that! So, Osca fell to the Spanish. And, you know, these guys are back at war, of course. So, Osca is basically, like, taken by the Spanish over here. And Numidia is basically back attacking Carthage. If you really find, like, Numidia basically knocks out Carthage, because, like, you know, you expect, like, you know, this big army to be able to do something about it, but whatever. This might happen that way. Alright, so, very unexpected to see, like, you know, Crete basically fall, but, you know, it can happen, so hooray for that. So over here, oh, they got rebels, you know, revolt basically happening right here. Nothing special. So revolts. So it looks like the Seleucids are coming after Jerusalem down here. And of course, like, Antioch's still under siege by them. Guess why not? Macedon still got siege going on right there. And this is basically a revolt happening like Tingi. So Paphium's still under siege by like the Brutii. Themyscira is still under siege by like, you know, the Germanians. And of course we have like, you know, the Bosphorus, you know. We'll see what happens in a turn if basically like, you know, something happens here, I guess. Alright, we're back for another battle with like Themyscira. Another clear victory, but they got some more kills. And they're back again to attack it. Now I did actually learn, by the way, that if you don't actually like, you know, sally out to attack when you're basically like, you know, low on food, you just automatically surrender. So basically up over here in like, you know, the Bosphorus, the Scipii or Scythians is actually like just took it. So that's their land now. Thrace yet again are attacked by like, you know, the Macedonians, because why not? And we'll look over here and we see like Antioch's basically fallen to Egypt. Though Sidon's now under attack by like, you know, the Seleucids, as well as Jerusalem over here. So we might see like those like cities basically changing hands a little bit over there. There's a Scythian army over here that might attack the Armenians. And I guess Carthage is basically like, you know, still under siege by the Numidians apparently, so I mean, you can march out here, but it's probably not a good idea, but okay. That's what they're gonna do. AI's gonna AI. Looks like Paphium basically, like, you know, knocked off the Brutii, but the Julii are now attacking like, you know, Mediolinium again. And that seems to be basically it, unless there's something happening in Brutii's territories down here. No, it's just a revolt. Good old revolts. And apparently there's a revolt down in here, I guess, as well. So, another revolt in Memphis. Alright, I'll tune you back in when there's more to happen. I figured note we have like a battle here between like, you know, Pontus and this rebel army. I'm not sure what they're gonna do because, I mean, they have some missile troops, but they're against like, you know, Eastern infantry and like, you know, rebel generals, so. Oh, they still won. Lucky them. Did they get a kill? And some more mercenaries get bought off, and of course then we'll see. Huh, I thought you were gonna actually attack me again, but I guess I didn't. And look at that, Carthage actually fell. So that's basically the former, like, you know, Carthaginian army right there, but, Numidia, I don't think you're gonna survive that. Yeah, that's a clear victory. So yes, Carthage has been defeated. The first nation to fall was Carthage. Who would have thought? Alright, so. Numidia now obviously owns, like, everything except for, like, Thapsus down here. We'll see how long it lasts before, like, you know, maybe, like, they go after, like, you know, the Scipii. These guys are still under siege up here, apparently. They haven't, like, you know, knocked off the Julii just yet. And this army is still over here for some reason. They haven't, like, you know, brought back to sort of reinforce this army or anything. And of course, like, you know, the Thrace is still under attack over here. I only see their army over here, so I don't think they have much basically left to basically, like, you know, fight against the, you know, Macedon. That's the size of a little army right there. We're gonna go after the Gauls, perhaps? Who knows? I'll note that basically over here, we have some little bit of action as well. We have, like, you know, the Egyptians basically going after, like, you know, Palmyra, Damascus. We have the Seleucids going after, like, you know, Antioch, Sidon. And they have armies near Jerusalem, but they're not actually attacking it. So, lots of action right there. Quick little check, because I assume this is a revolt. Yep, they're revolting again. I assume, by the way, like, their capital basically is still, like, you know, around here. Or no, it's actually moved a little bit over, I guess, so. Yeah, there's their capital right there. Serves basically the capital of Numidian like territory. They should actually make it Carthage, because that's like, you know, a little more centralized for a territory now, but whatever. And yeah, the Scythians have come down to attack, like, you know, Armenia over here. That's like, you know, par for the course. And Tara still basically like, is alone, doing its own thing. Kind of interesting how, like, you know, they now have armies based over here to Britain, so they're like, you know, possibly going to actually start hitting like Gaul back for not hitting them. I mean, not at war with Armenia, right? So that's just how it goes. When will we see some wars happen? That's the thing, right? So this is interesting. Apparently, you can adopt candidates as like the rebels. Who knew? Now, is this gonna go like maybe appear in like, you know, Tara, I guess? I'm actually sort of interested in seeing, so let's just see. Let's go like this. New son adopted, and yep, he's in Tara, so I got myself a named character in Tara over here now, so a little more powerful. And yeah, we lost a general here, so for some reason we're like, you know, seeing this like, you know, ship over here. Don't know why. Oh, you know what probably happened? There's probably like a general basically on the ship here. That's probably what happened. For some reason, they don't like to have like, you know, generals on ships, I guess. So if they're on like land like this, it's probably fine.
Yes.
There was a Carthaginian army up here, by the way, but I guess it disappeared. So they're gone. Alright, well. Let's see how it basically plays out. Before I move on, by the way, I actually noticed this. He's actually taking his troops from like Palma, so the Julii are starting to bring him back to like, you know, aid in their assaults finally. That is actually happening. And there's still like this Egyptian army basically over here, and they're like, you know, roads just to, you know, hang out for the sake of hanging out, I guess. Well, whatever. We'll see how it goes. Alright, well, there it is. Thrace has finally been destroyed. And apparently the Parthians are coming after the Armenians now. Anyways, so these guys broken their alliance. Well, you already know they're basically broken their alliance. They're dead. And these guys declared themselves allies. Alright, so here we go. Armenia and Parthia are now like at war, as well as Macedon and Greek, so they're now going after the Greeks and Macedons. And these guys declare themselves allies, these guys declare themselves allies, and these guys declare a ceasefire apparently. Interesting. Let's burn this. And yeah, they're still attacking me up here in Feniskera. I'll have to make sure to actually like sally out and actually kill them so they can actually kill me, but you know. We'll see how basically like, you know, if they actually attack me or not is the thing, right? Alright, so it looks like they actually took out like, you know, Mediolanum up here, the Julii did. So they're finally starting to expand a little bit. And actually like do something. There's some Brutii base up here that might like attack at some point. The Macedon army obviously like, you know, took out the Thracian one over here, so there's like, you know, the former Thracian like general, I guess. And there's the other one. A lot of pelts up here apparently. Alright, so we'll see how Parthia basically does over here, I guess. So Scipii has started to move over troops over here, so I think once they have enough troops to basically start like selling out to like do whatever they want to. That'll be like their plan. We do have some combat happening over here apparently, so the Brutii have gone after the Greeks, and the Greeks have gone after the Macedonians. So I guess like, you know, Greeks probably went after Macedon, and like, you know, that's why they're at war. Because, you know, Greece decided like, you know, it's wartime. Interesting. So, I think this was a Greek city, but apparently, like, Pontus basically took it from. Wonder when that happened. Completely missed that. They do have walls, 2 true walls, so must have been like a couple turns that they like had it under siege and like attacked it again. All right, so over here we have some action apparently. Antioch is still like being under siege by Seleucids. They have taken Sidon, though there's a big Egyptian army basically like trying Damascus, so I think they're gonna lose that. Palmyra is basically like safe for the most part right now, but Jerusalem's still under attack. So lots of like action basically happening over here. A little bit of action happening over here now. Thrace is of course still under attack. Parthia is attacking over there. And it looks like the Britons are moving on to Lessa. So that's their capital right there, under attack. Possibly might go after like, this one over here as well, but who knows. And there's a Spanish army over here that might go after Numidia. That could be interesting. Oh, look at that. There's a Gaulish army basically coming after Retringham. Could they lose their capital? That'd be interesting to see. There's a Brutii army over here as well. And of course I have like this general right here. And right there as well. Because why not? I think that's it for now, so we'll mosey on to the next turn. Alright, well, they did decide to attack me again. I drove away that army yet again. So Fenriscare holds a little bit more. Alright, so. Well, there we go. The Scipii have decided it's time to go to war. So, Numidia is basically under attack. Spain and Gaul have now gone to war as well. Gaul and Armenia broke their alliance, so they're no longer allied. There's a big army here, but they're not actually attacking anything just yet. Alright, that's what I was expecting over here. So, Spain's basically gone after Numidia, and they got like a couple of armies basically like, trash like, that city right quick. Scipii are moving after Carthage, but I haven't actually like declared war on it. They probably attacked one of their armies, but that's all they basically did. There's that like, little army right there doing its thing. And apparently got like, problems here, because why not? Russia is basically under siege by this Gallic army right here, and like, so is like Mediolanum. So we might see like these like cities like, flip back to like, Gaul of like, we're so lucky to see. And of course there is another Brutii army over here attacking Paphian perhaps in the future. Corinth is still under siege over here. Alright, so it looks like Antioch is basically still Egyptian. Apparently the Seleucids decided to stop attacking it for some reason. They're still attacking like Jerusalem though. Maybe there's some battles over here and they decide to like, just like deal with like the troops instead. The Parthians are moving on apparently to help the Scythians over here in like, this city. Because they're basically attacking there, because why not? That's probably a big horse army right there. But who knows? And apparently Pontus is having like, problems with like their, revolts and such. As is Tingi, because why not? Alright, that seems to be it for like this turn. Until like, these guys actually like, actually clash and do some damage, there's like nothing really to see, so whatever. So, Remember that former Carthaginian army I basically picked up? Well, it looks like the, you know, Scipii decided it's going to be, like, you know, destroyed. So, clear defeat. They knock it off and just, you know, get it out of the way. Alright, well. It looks like the Senate decided, like, to help out Eretrim there a little bit. They actually had, like, a small little army pop out to, like, you know, knock off the, like, you know, invaders over here, I guess. And keep in mind that these, like, you know, generals and, like, you know, they're, like, you know, troops, they are pretty powerful, so they can do some damage. There's probably the former Gaelic army right there. Though the Gauls are still, like, attacking Mediolame over here, so I might still take that back. We'll see. Over here, of course, we got a big giant Spanish army now, so they're probably gonna lose Numidia over there soon. Scipii did take out that army right there, so that happened.
Ships ready.
It's worth knowing, by the way, that these, like, ships up here.
Ships ready.
I mean, we have, like, power ships, but we also, like, this Byram, because, like, you know, it was, like, you know, Carthaginian, but now it isn't. And I have no idea what happened to that Parthian army by base over here. It's like, what's it doing? No idea. Anyways, the Scythians are attacking, like, you know, over here. We'll see if they're able to take that or not. And the Egyptians are basically just, you know, dividing and conquering these guys basically up here, I guess. But, you know, Damascus is under attack. Oh, they took Jerusalem. So, Jerusalem fell, finally. And he might take after, like, you know, Bostris perhaps as well. Who knows? So, right there, right here, and right there, and right here are basically the main, like, flashpoints. We'll see if anything else happens, I guess. Also, like, you know, these guys are at war, and these guys declare themselves allies, so we won't see, like, you know, the Britons basically pulverizing the Germanians this time around. So it's a question of, like, when the Gauls decide to, like, you know, actually, like, you know, attack the Britons, or the Britons attack the Gauls. Who knows? Well, I figured I'd note that there's basically a sea battle. People call them sea battles. We did actually sink something, apparently. Sorry for that. Alright, so, there is some action happening. I guess they pulled back from, like, you know, Bostra. I'm not really sure much changed basically here, but they own Jerusalem right here, they own, like, Sidon, Palmyra. They lost Damascus, they lost Antioch, so these guys just, like, you know, sort of like swap cities basically over here for some reason. Including their capital, which is not great, but whatever. It looks like the Scythians have been driven back from Armenia, so that happened. And the Parthian armies just, like, you know, wandering around, just doing whatever they can, I guess. Now, it's worth noting I actually noticed this a little bit late, but Corinth has basically fallen to the Greeks, so the Greeks now own basically both Corinth and Spira on, like, the, like, you know, southern part of, like, the Greece Peninsula over here. And we're probably like, just gonna get attacked soon, I guess. And apparently the plague's gone over here, so that's done. They're still attacking the, like, you know, the former city they basically own over there, and they got another, you know, army basically come out, help out, I guess. It's worth knowing that if, like, you know, if the, like, Julii don't actually, like, you know, branch out right away, I guess, and, like, Gaul's not under threat by anyone, the Gauls can be pretty strong, I guess, so they might actually take back the city and, like, you know, maybe do some damage here. And that Britain army is just, like, you know, wandering around somewhere. Don't know where it's going. Spain has taken Numidia, so they now own all of Spain. And, you know, the Scipii are just, like, sort of wandering around here, you know, aimlessly, I guess. Wow, everything's basically under revolt over here. Okay, let's see here. So, there's like nothing happening, I guess. These guys are in a siege, but that's pretty much it. But a lot of like territory did get exchanged, so there is that at least, so yeah, not bad. Alright, well, Pontus has stepped up to go after Cotace over here, I guess. And that part is just like, you know, just wandering around, just doing whatever I guess it does. Still, so to speak. Okay, let's see what's happening here on this front. So, the Seleucids are going after Antioch yet again. Egyptian armies are running around. There's a big army over here, I guess. So a little bit of action, but you know, no like exchange of territory just yet. Oh, look at this! They have a attack over here. So the Egyptians move over to Hatra. That's a little bit farther away. And over here, nothing's really happening. These guys are moving further south, I guess. And look at that! They did take back like Mytilenium. Though it looks like Armenia's now gone after, like, the Gauls, so that's now happening. Didn't they declare themselves as allies a little bit ago? Yeah, look at that. So, these factions are now at war. These guys declare themselves allies. Well, that's what happened. Basically declare us of the Britons, so... Okay, so Armenia is basically, like, allied to the House of Julii and at war with Gaul. Speaking of Armenia, by the way, they are, yet again, going after Fenascara. And some of you are looking a little bit beat up, so they might be able to kill them off. Maybe. Is there anything else happening, I wonder? They've got, like, revolt problems. They got revolt problems. They've got revolt problems. So, nothing really unusual. Oh, look at that! So we got, like, the Brutii basically attacking, like, Firman over here. They might take that easily enough. Open up a path, basically, into, like, the Greek territories perhaps down here, or, like, Macedon over there, perhaps, as well. Alright, that seems to be sum up of everything here. Because they're basically got civil unrest yet again in Retrium, so... something to distract me, I guess, for most part. Someone attack Carthage over here. Numidia should not take and hold Carthage. That's just, nonsense right there. Alright, well, we're back. And it looks like the Pontus army has basically moved off. Now the Scythians are back to, like, attacking Codus, because why not? They just don't want to basically stick around to, like, finish off the job. Alright, so the Seleucids are attacking Antioch. The Egyptians are attacking Hatra. There's a big Egyptian army sitting at this, like, smaller, like, Seleucid one right there. This guy's getting a little closer to, like, the core of, like, Egyptian territory down here, which is odd. I noticed by that, like, Carthage basically is, like, advancing much closer to the Scipii are advancing towards, like, Carthage, so we might see some, like, action basically happen over here soon. Is there any Spanish armies pushing out of here, I wonder, is the thing, right? At some point we'll probably see, like, Spanish armies, like, move up here to attack Gaul. I guess they'll just, like, sort of hang around here for now. That Britain army is basically still hanging around here, I guess. It'll be interesting if, like, Germania basically takes Paphium, because it might actually open up to Julii attacking them, or Brutii attacking them. And then we'll have, like, these guys basically, like, in a freeway war, like, standoff, so to speak. They're still sieging Fairmont for some reason, not taking it, don't know why. So alliance announced. Spain and Britannia are basically allied to each other. Good for them. And yeah, they're still attacking me up here, the Germanians. They can hold for another 4 turns. So, if they attack me, then I'll like, you know, I'll hold them off. If they like don't, then I'll basically sally out, just to make sure this like holds a little bit longer. I don't want to be like a free win on this like territory. Just, you know, this doesn't feel like right to have that just happen. So boom, 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 and boom, and boom. Not much else to say besides that. You know, some little battles are important. These Eastern infantry are about to get decimated. That's it for them. So here's something interesting. We got ourselves basically this buy room right here. I guess it's like we can buy room over here. I assume that was basically the Thrace one. That was basically like, you know, still out there. But look at that, they attacked me. Average victory, so we drove them off yet again. But they still get a lot of kills. They did kill off one of the units, by the way, so they are getting weakened to Amazons down here. Alright, so the Gauls basically have some armies right here. And there's like a Germanian army over here. Still doing its thing. Interesting, so apparently one of my like generals got assassinated. This man has died suddenly, struck down in a suspicious manner by some foul deed. So, assassins are a thing. And I guess it makes sense that you go after like your rebels because they're a lot easier to assassinate. Alright, let's see what's happening on the world map. So, they are of course basically still under attack over here. But other than that, that's like the only siege basically happening on the map so far. So, we're back to square one of like nothing basically happening, so to speak. Oh, look at this! They actually took the Seleucid over here. So, Firman's basically fallen to the Brutii. So they're starting to make like more inroads into Greece over here, get the rich cities. Antioch has been returned to like, you know, the Seleucid Empire. Hatch has fallen to like the Egyptians. They're moving up toward like, you know, wherever up here, I guess. There's a, you know, army right there near Damascus. They may take that back. This army is moving toward like Alexandria. Wouldn't it be interesting if we saw like the Seleucids actually rise and like, you know, conquer all like the, you know, the Middle East over here? That'd be so fun to see. They might still come after Alesia. Just, you know, I don't see why they haven't attacked it just yet, but they might still do it. Who knows? And these guys haven't yet to move out, but it's fine. They'll eventually move out, probably. Huh. There's still a couple of units basically over here, I guess. And the Scipii are still, like, you know, just hanging around Carthage, I guess. Because why not? They have all these cities basically, like, attack, and just, like, not attacking anything, I guess, so, whatever. Alright, so we have another attack here. Not sure these guys are going to win, but they're going to try. Yeah, clear victory. So we drove off some, like, you know, Gaelic, like, you know, raiders right there. And look at that, we got ourselves an art battle. So my name generals is going to go after this, like, you know, Britain army here, right here. A little bit casualties on both sides. Alright, well, let's move on to the next turn then, shall we? So, it looks like Alexandria is basically under attack, which means the lighthouse of, like, you know, the Pharaoh's basically is under attack. Has the chance of nearby ships at sea sinking and increases naval movement allowance. So, A very weak wonder, but you know, they could, you know, possibly benefit from it a little bit, I guess, if they're sailing around. They haven't attacked Damascus yet. Or come back to hit Hatra. We might see the Parthians attack, like, you know, the Armenians basically over here again, perhaps. Who knows? The Scythians have been driven off yet again. That army is still staying right there. Did Armenia basically finally give up over here, I wonder? Because they have, like, other things basically to do. And it goes to show, like, how hard for this, like, something to basically fall. Like, you know, it can be attacked repeatedly, but, you know, it can, like, just stand on its own, so to speak. Well, look at that. Armenia did actually take Pavium over here, so they now own this settlement. And they're just moving past Sirte over here for some reason, because why not? That's still their capital too, right? So, don't know why they're just moving past it. Not taking it. Oh, let's see here. So, Alexandria and possibly this place is under attack. No, it's just a revolt. Nothing special. Moving on. I wonder what Dacia is going to manage to do when they basically have like all these armies running around not doing anything. You know, I would say it's a very dumb idea because it's very possible you could actually lose your like general this way, but let's see if these guys basically win or not. And look at that, we actually did win. So the Julii basically attacked by like, you know, army there and basically like, you know, got knocked back. Alright, so Egypt and Armenia are now allies. Britannia and House of Brutii are now allies. Interesting. And apparently I failed the biodispersion over here. Interesting. Alright, so I've taken a look around to see what's basically happening. Alexander's still under attack, so perhaps basically like, you know, Seleucid will actually take this and make some, you know, forwards into Egypt. Over here, the Parthians are still attacking like Armenians, so maybe they'll actually stick around to actually take the summit this time around. We'll see. And let's see here. Oh yes, down here. So they finally decided, like, you know, to attack Sirte, so they're attacking the capital over here. Where they take her or not, I don't know. We'll, you know, find out. By the way, I forgot to mention that there's like a ship out here, like a single, like, you know, Carthaginian bream that's basically just, like, you know, is in the ocean. The Scipii decided to send like a ship to attack it and, like, you know, basically wipe these out. So, hooray for, like, you know, mutually assured destruction, so to speak. And yeah, basically like, the Julii attacked by, like, you know, army up here, and of course they lost their, like, you know, generals as a result of, like, you know, doing that, I think. I'm actually not sure if it killed the general, but, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if, like, you know, he just died and, like, you know, that's what's charged the unit. Alright, well, not a whole lot to basically report. Spain still has their army space over here. And apparently the Britain army space, like, you know, still wandering around as being, like, you know, why? So to speak. Dacia's armies are basically staying around there. The Scythian armies are, you know, amassing into like a blob, I guess. Pontus is right here. We'll see if some more territory gets exchanged or not. That's all I can basically say. Well, yet again, because why not? He still has an army, so he's just gonna try it again, I guess. Alright, so they've got to basically take the summit over here, apparently. And, like, you know, they still hold their summit basically over here, the Armenians do, so not a whole lot basically to say there. They are moving their troops around, I guess, but I mean, will they actually attack Carthage? Will they, like, go move on versus anything else? Here's the situation between, like, Egypt and Seleucids, by the way. So, basically, they still hold, like, you know, Damascus over here, Hatra. Armenia's got its, like, you know, swords around here for some reason. Don't know why. There's some Pontus armies basically, like, you're running around over here, apparently. And it looks like the Seleucid army has been, like, you know, knocked off over here for some reason. They've got some unrest. There's the British army right there, of course. In the middle of, like, you know, Sovereign Gaul for some reason. Oh, look at that, there's an actual army advancing out over here. So, Spain might actually get involved in, like, you know, the battles over here, perhaps. Maybe Armenia too have actually, like, you know, moved down toward, like, you know, the Gaulish territory. Not a whole lot to say, I guess. Still not a whole lot basically happening. I figure I note that the Scipii now have their triremes basically out. And my two fire ships can apparently defeat one, so that's awesome for them. Hooray for that.
We are
Oh, look at that. Damascus is under attack by the Seleucids again. Well, we got another battle here. Two barbarians against my pirate ships. And apparently I got a crushing defeat. Alright, well. So, we saw basically down here some action basically happening. Damascus is now under siege by the Seleucids, so they're going to try and take back their city. And look at that. Parthia actually managed to take over, like, you know, one of the Armenian cities finally. Though it looks like Pontus decided to attack them. And the Scythians are going after, like, their last Armenian city over here. And apparently they built a watchtower over here, the Parthians, for some reason. Movement! It's happening! Ooh, look at this! So, Serta apparently fell to Scipii. They've taken that selling for themselves. And they're moving their troops basically along. Not Carthage though, it's still, like, you know, just doing its thing. Anything happening up here yet? Nope. Nothing at all. How about over here? There's still Spanish armies to run around, that's about it. Britain's army is still, like, you know, just doing nothing. Oh, look at that! They actually are attacking over here, so they finally attacked this settlement over here, the Britons did. And, you know, the Germanic armies are basically slowly, like, you know, coming down here, I guess. That's a very small army to basically send, but okay. Now, are you going to attack me again, or am I going to basically have to, like, you know, sally out to kill him, I wonder? That's the question. So, attack, attack. Look at that! So Egypt's made over here to Seleucia in Babylon, which means they're trying to take the Hanging Gardens, give bonus to all farming income. That'd be a good boon for the Egyptians basically to have if they get it. And that seems to be it for, like, you know, now. Oh no! Look at this! So it looks like the Greeks have moved out on Athens, and there's a big Brutii built up in Firmon. So might see something happen over here, perhaps. We'll see. Will this be the one? They've only got 85 soldiers. Nope. They only killed 18. But I could have killed off another unit or two, perhaps. Who knows? I'm guessing they demand vengeance for, like, me killing their general there. Oh, we got some kills there. Alright, well, some things basically happened. Note that basically over here, they stopped attacking over here. Germania made it down to Lesia, so they're trying to hit over here. Britain still just, you know, wandering around doing their thing, I guess. Spanish army is like, probably in the woods perhaps, like, hiding, so we can't see them, but they're around probably. The Julii haven't decided to attack Mediolanum again, so maybe they'll take that, who knows? Now, I know by the way down here, the big thing, Carthage is under siege finally, so Numidia might finally lose, like, Carthage. So hooray for that. Athens is still under siege by, like, the Greeks. Brutii still have their big, like, dominating armies over here, that's just building up. And over here, of course, there's the Scythians attacking right there. There's the Pontus attacking right there. Ooh! This was a lot bigger, so maybe they, like, tried to sally out and they failed? That might have happened. Alright, well, that seems to be everything that's basically happening so far. Oh, look at this! The Brutii land on Crete! They're attacking the, like, the Greeks basically over here. Interesting. And of course, the Egyptians still have their, like, units right there, doing their thing. They still have the plague over here, by the way. Damascus is still under attack by, like, the Seleucids trying to take their city back. And apparently they drove back to the Egyptians over here, or they just left. Who knows? AI is gonna AI. So unrest right here, siege right there, and attack right there. So we have some battles basically happening. Let's see how they unfold. And there we go, the third faction to fall. Armenia. So, it looks like the Scythians finally succeeded in taking the city from them, so they've actually made forays basically down into, like, the Middle East. Pontus is still going after Parthia, so they'll probably take that, I guess, from them. And we'll see how it basically goes for them. Alright, so Damascus is still under siege by the Seleucids, because, why not? The Brutii are still attacking over here in Crete. And they got their armies basically, like, wandering around over here, I guess. We got, Huh. Did these guys maybe sally out and try and, like, kill these guys and they failed? That might have happened. And they might be, sending down an army to go after, like, Lepsis Magna over here, perhaps as well. Who knows? Unless they still has, like, an army basically, like, outside his gates and more basically coming. And the Britons are, like, just, casually just doing whatever the Britons basically do, I guess. What's happening over here? Unrest. Because, of course, there's unrest. There's always unrest. Alright, well, say goodbye to Armenia. They're the third faction to go. So, I don't know why, but I guess the Britons actually did something. I'm not sure it's, like, all that valuable, but sure. Wipe out one of my armies. Huh, look at that. Dacia's gonna do the same thing over here. This guy's getting pretty old. Look at that! Dacia actually did something! Hooray!
Our boats are under attack.
And crushing defeat. Oh, look at that! There's stuff happening over here too. Alright, I'll be right back. Just gonna check what happened basically on the map. Alright, so some stuff happened. Note that Parthia basically lost, like, this Armenian city they basically had, so Pontus now basically is, like, pushed over here. The Scipii took Carthage at some point. And now they're basically going after, like, Lepsis Magna over here as well to, like, just have all this, like, juicy, like, terrain over here, I guess. Gaul's now under attack by three sides, so it's got, like, Spain attacking from here. They got Germania basically over here. They got, like, the Julii over here. And if Britain ever does something, they'll, like, be attacking them as well. So I think Gaul's basically had, they're just gonna, like, be torn apart, from the inside out, so to speak. And the outside in. And yes, of course, over here. We had Dacia do something. They attacked the Macedonians over here in Zora. I'm not sure the Macedonians are going to allow that too easily, but you know, they might try it. Athens has fallen to, like, you know, the Greeks. So they're now basically directly, like, you know, connected to the Brutii. And Crete basically fell to, like, you know, the Brutii, so they now own that. So quite a bit basically happened. And oh yeah, these guys are still, like, under attack over there. You know, I'm tempted to repair this, but you know, I'm more tempted to just let them just hold and see how it basically goes. The Egyptians have their basic armies over here, of course. And yeah, I think that's basically it for his turn. So, quite a bit basically happening. Gaul's being, like, you know, ambushed by all sides. Macedon now has a new front to basically worry about. Pontus is basically moving eastwards. Brutii are basically, like, you know, trying to make your, like, you know, dominating strategy, so to speak. Julii are just faltering, unfortunately for them. I forgot to notice, by the way, but Alliance in tatters. Dacia and Scipii are no longer allied to each other, I guess. And apparently my general died, though that's to be expected. This guy killed him. Interesting. I'm not sure if I automatically ambushed this guy, but we're attacking Pontus right here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was an ambush of some sort, but whatever. Oh, look at that! Jermaine's attacking me again. We'll see how that basically goes for him. Alright, so let's pick us off right from where we left off. We got basically this guy under siege right here. Germany actually managed to take off the capital of, like, you know, the Gaul, so they're now making inroads into southern Gaul. Spain's still going after right here. This big army's moving up here, I guess, so maybe they'll take that. Who knows? Who really knows of these guys? Looks like Mediolanum is still holding out, so the Julii basically failed to take this again. Or they pulled back, who knows? They might have done that as well. The Dacians are starting to send big armies basically down here toward, like, you know, Zora, so they might take that if they're, like, you know, lucky. The Brutii have an army basically over here attacking Athens, but there's lots of Greek armies around that could stop them, perhaps. And over here, what's happening, if anything? Nothing. They got a big army, but not really doing anything over there, I guess. But look at this, the Maxus finally fell. So, the Seleucids have actually expanded, I think, at this point. If they take by Hatra, they're actually, like, you know, dominating the Egyptians, basically. So yeah, right there, right there, right there, right there. And of course right up there, because why not Greeks or Germans? There's not that many guys left here, so they might win it if they're lucky. Now the question I basically ask myself is, where else might these guys go, so to speak, to, like, you know, essentially attack and, like, do stuff. I don't see any movement based around here of, like, you know, troops and stuff like that. Spain doesn't have an army base coming up, so maybe they'll, like, do something like that. Who knows? We'll see. Scythians don't have that many armies, but, you know, they might do something with them. Who knows? Huh, there's a sizable army up here now. Might use that to do something. Who knows? We'll see. Alright, we've had some stuff happen. Dacia apparently made, like, some inroads finally and took some, like, you know, a settlement, basically. Zora. We'll see if they basically push any, you know, further south to, like, hit the rest of Macedonians, like, you know, cities down here. Or perhaps to move, like, east. The Brutii are moving their armies basically toward Athens, so they might take that if they get the chance to. Britain's basically attacking up here. They might take that. The Spanish were basically defeated, I guess, and like thrown off of like, you know, Lebanon over here, but they might still come down here to like attack like, you know, Narva Martis if they like, you know, feel like it, I guess. Germany's moving south. They might take like, you know, Lugdunum now if they basically get a chance to. There's a Julii army basically advancing on like Mytilene over here, so that could be like, you know, the end for them. Numidia lost their city, by the way, so Lepsis Magna is basically lost, so now it's the Scipii one. And of course, the Seleucids just have massive armies that's like running all over the place. But will they actually invade anything is the thing, right? And yeah, Germany's up here. Because Germany is always going after that city, because why not? If Germany actually takes the city, by the way, then like, you know, they can focus all their efforts basically on like, you know, doing whatever else, but you know, it's if they actually do that is a thing. Before I like end the turn, Scipii and the House of Brutii have basically announced an alliance. So they're allied to each other. Alright, well, there's some action in Gaul again, of course. So they're still under siege up here, but notably the Spanish have come out of hiding somewhere and like attacked over here in London again. We also have attacked down here in Narva Martis as they suspected, so that's happening. The Germanians are attacking like, you know, Lugdunum over here. Julii are attacking like, you know, Mytilene, so Gaul's pretty much under attack on like all fronts, so to speak. So they're pretty much going to be dead soon, I think. Don't think anything was happening over here, but you know, we see a big Pontus army here. Perhaps they might do something. Who knows? The Seleucids still have their armies basically like running around all over the place, not really doing anything, but you know, they're there, I guess. And yeah, still disorder. Alright, so we got a few more turns before this guy, like, you know, takes it. Oh, look at that, he's got like two, like, generals here. And one's a factionaire. He's got 9 iron spearmen apparently here. 4 light cavalry. 3 light infantry. He's got, you know, how many men in that, like those I guess. Oh, look at that, they actually lost Athens finally, so Athens has been taken by the Brutii. That happened. They missed anything else? Don't think anything else is happening at this point, so those are still like being held by like, you know, their respective owners. Is he just going to do anything over here? I don't know, but they have an army over here, I guess. Maybe they'll attack Rhodes at some point. They're blockading Salamis over here, apparently, the Seleucids. Look at that, to stop having like a plague. That's nice. But yeah, that's basically about it. This Gaul is under siege all over the place. Not much else to say about that. I figure I should probably note. War's been declared. Scipii and Dacia are actually at war now, so we might see some action happening in like these two factions. They just randomly declare war of a diplomat, I wonder? Or is there something else maybe triggering it? Whatever. On to the next turn. Big Scythian army over here, by the way. Can they do it? No. And be knocked back once again. Alright, so, let's see the aftermath. They've taken a city over here that Britain did. They defend themselves over here. And they defend themselves over here. Germany is still attacking over here, so we've yet to take that. But, oh, Julii have yet to take this as well, so They took a little bit of damage to Britain, but that's all they basically took so far. Now notice over here, by the way, the Brutii are now attacking like Corinth, so they might take this in the near future. There's a Macedon army basically, approaching Bylosaura, so they might take that back if they so choose the Macedonians. Perhaps, we'll see. There's a Scythian army now approaching, like, Dacia. Big Scythian army too. And of course, people keep attacking this. Still quite a few Amazonians left over there. Okay, let's see here. Some civil unrest based in Spain, of course. Now, I think there's some action based happening over here. I didn't hear anything like, sieges being, like, declared, but whatever. Guess not. Nothing's happening here. Just a giant quagmire in the Middle East. Alright, so, Scipii and Germania are now allies. Egypt and Pontus are allies. Gaul and Spain declared a ceasefire, so that's why they basically stopped. Maybe, like, they paid him off. That might have happened. Who knows? Alright, well, I feel basically gone long enough at this point to, like, sort of like just put an end to, like, this episode, but before I do, this is where it became really good to sort of, like, check out diplomatic, like, factions and stuff like that, so, diplomatic standings, here's, like, the Brutii. They're allied to the Scipii, other Roman factions, of course. They're allied to the Britons, the Scythians, and they're enemies of, like, the Gaul and the Greeks and Numidians. The Scipii are allied to Spanish, and they're basically, enemies of everyone else. The Julii, they are allied to the Germanians, the Britons, and the Spanish. So, there's their allies, basically. Lots of allies, basically, so to speak, right here. And one enemy, so that's basically how you want to basically sort of be, I guess, in this game. You want to have, like, one enemy basically to focus on, like, no one else basically focusing on you as well. Scipii are sort of in the same boat, because, it's all Numidia around them right there. And Brutii are basically, like, well, they might go after Macedon, but they're going after Greece for now, and then, they'll probably go after them right after. Speaking of Macedon, they're allied to Scythians, but they have to worry about, like, the Dacians and the Greeks, so they're sort of on, like, having a fight on two fronts here, so it's not great for them. Egypt's still at war with, like, Seleucids, but they're allied to Pontus, so that's, like, a nice, like, sort of, like, potential to, like, converge on each other. They're also at war with the Greeks for some reason, but, not really acting on it. The Seleucids are just at war with Egypt, so good for them. They're allied to Numidia, the Scythians, and the Parthians. So, they have to worry about, like, Pontus, perhaps, but, they might be able to make up pretty well for that if they're lucky. Parthia is currently at war with, like, the Pontus, so they may be drawn into, like, an alliance of, like, or, like, a war of, like, Egypt perhaps in the future, who knows? And Pontus is allied to Egypt. They're enemies to, like, Parthia, so they're fighting each other, and, like, these guys are fighting each other, so that's basically what's happening right there. Poor Gauls. There's enemies of everyone around them, so to speak. And yeah, Germania's just focused on one guy. If you ignore, like, the Femiscarian, like, Amazonians up basically up there. It's nice how they're, like, allied to everyone around except for, like, these guys are here, so this is awesome for them. Same thing for the Britons, I guess. So there's Dacia, by the way. They're at war with, like, Macedon and, like, Scythia, so probably not ideal for them, but, whatever. Do what you want to. And, yeah, there's the poor Greeks. They're allies to the Gaul, but, they're at war with basically everyone else. There's Numidia. They're allied to, apparently the, like, Seleucids, but, they're at war with, like, all the Roman factions, so they're probably not going to last that long. Scythians doing pretty well diplomatically. They're at war with Dacia, so they have just a single target to go after. And allied to everyone else. They could go after Pontus perhaps in the future. Who knows? There's Spain. They're not out. They're not at war with anyone else here, so they basically pick and choose a new target if they want to, or go after Gaul again. And there's Julii, basically, you know, focus on one target for now. Lots of allies as well. And if I look at the ranking here, there's a Roman faction, so Brutii and Scipii are like, you know, sort of like doing pretty well. Here's the you know, Macedon, Greeks, these guys, Dacians. So these guys are pretty much all like, you know, even for now, but you know, as soon as the Brutii base move in, they'll probably all be decimated. We got Egypt, Seleucids, Pontus, Armenia, Parthia. So the Seleucids are actually doing pretty great in this like run. Perhaps they might feel like, you know, they actually do well in the Middle East this time around. It's very odd to see the Seleucids do well, by the way. So if they actually like, you know, win, that's just awesome for them. Carthage, of course, is dead. Britons, Germanian, Gauls. So these guys basically are all like, you know, just sort of like there. Gaul's basically is like, you know, dropping like crazy. The other guys are slowly like ascending a little bit. Spain's doing really well because they got like, you know, Cordoba, of course, and that like Gaul is sitting in the middle of like Spain. And who's left? The Scythians, I guess. So there's the Scythians. There's like slowly just rising right there. Just like, you know, mind their own business, so to speak. Alright, well, that'll probably be it for like this episode. We had some like, you know, factions get like, you know, wiped out. I assume the Gaul will probably be next, but it feels odd that like, you know, the Julii aren't really doing much of damage here, so to speak. You know, this is a thing about the note about the Julii, by the way. Sometimes it's like, just don't like, you know, do it very well and like, you know, just get wiped out, or like, you know, just sort of like just like trapped until they basically break out with Marian reforms. But you know, sometimes that's how it goes with them. All right, well, we'll save the game here as AI only campaign 2. I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you guys in part 3.